You probably have a question. Hey, KG,
Hola.
I'm saying, do you have a question?
Nah, I'm sorted, my guy.
Okay, okay. Okay, which pair are we doing? Because if I pick a
Time
pair, I'm
2025.
now if I pick a pair, I'm very biased. I'll pick the easiest pair that I'll analyze for 2 minutes. So which pair?
Currency or derive?
Any, bro.
Gold digger.
Hey, I like gold. Let me drag it to the other side. I have the other screen there, then close the drive. Although I haven't like put what do you call this? The recent zones. This is how far I've analyzed gold. Either way, either way, let me delete this. This was an example of something here. All right, as you can see, gold is in a, it's doing a bit of a sell right on daily. So this sell is a what? Is a pullback, right? Given that the direction is going where? It's going up, and it continues to breaking A's, right? So this sell is a what? Is a pullback. So in this case, it's a deep pullback, given that the time frame it's happening on, right? So which time frame is it happening on in this case? It's actually the 4 hour and the daily, right? So it's a, let me close WhatsApp here. I'll open WhatsApp the other time. Let me close it. I'll open it. All right, it's a deep pullback. Let me close even the tab here. I'm not using it either way. Right, so it's on a deep sell pullback. Then when we check the last setup it did, which was this break here, break there. So it was two A's. So it was this A and that A, which is seen better on 1 hour, by the way. These two A's, right? Hopefully you can see them. I don't know why I referenced these two. It was supposed to be that one and that one. All right. Now I'm correcting myself. All right. Either way, it was supposed to be this one and that one. So we had like two A's being broken, and when we checked, we had an order block which gave us this buy, and ultimately this buy failed, right? So when this buy failed, when I remember, when this buy failed, they gave us this area here on 4 hour, this area here on top, right? As you can see on 4 hour, this is the candle that breaks below this V here, right? On 1 hour, remember, on 1 hour, we are referencing 1 hour here, right? This V here, in case you are lost, in case you're saying, me, I'm not seeing that V this guy is talking about. I'm talking about this V here, and which other V? This V here, the one that caused the buy, right? So I'm referencing both of those V's there, right? Regardless of which one I'm referencing, both give us the same result either way, right? So both of them are getting broken by the very same candle. And when you look above, you find this area here, and that area is basically an order block on which time frame, guys? No, was it an order block? No, no, no. I'm trying to remember. No, yeah, it was an order block on which time frame, guys? No, I need to check the time frame. I forgot. It was an order block there. Okay, I think I'm getting close to that time frame. No. What time frame was it? It was an order block. I remember that era there. But then now, why am I not seeing that order block? I remember it was an order block. I remember very well. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Forgetting is my thing, eh? I just noticed. So, anyways, order block here. Was it on 1 minute? Yeah, I think so. Eh? I don't remember. But then I know there was an order block somewhere there. So that means, let me double check. No, that order block, I remember. I did some deep analysis on that. I remember before I even came across this zone here. I remember. Just can't remember which time frame I was using. Was it on the phone? I'm not sure because I didn't mark it here, which is very interesting. So there's a break here. Oh, there was this buy here, which is this buy. Right, then V here. Then this was the break. And then you go above. And this. I forgot which time frame, eh? But I think this was the order block. But on which time frame? That's the case here that I don't remember. Was it on the phone? Was it here? I don't remember where I saw it, but then I saw it. That's one thing I remember. Um, Either ways, I don't remember the time frame either way. So we had, if you remember very well, had that zone there when 2 days back, is it 2 or if not 3 days back, we had this zone here. So let me fix my analysis. Given that they covered the fair value gap, then they dropped after covering the fair value gap, heading straight to the other block. So I'll fix my analysis there. Right, so they did that. The sell here, obviously, stop loss was protected there. And we were in the right direction. Given if you watch the video, I explained that this is a buy pullback going here in order for it to drop. And when it breaks here, it's going to give us another entry. And it did break here. With which candle? Their candle. When you go above, so in this case, I'm using the wrong time frame. So I just realized in this case, it's an order block. I'm on the wrong time frame. I'll show you why. I'm saying I'm in the wrong time frame because I saw this on. No, it wasn't. It was on 10 minutes. Anyways, yeah, now I remember. I analyzed on the phone. Right? Either way, so this was the A right here. Was it on 20 minutes? I mean, I don't remember these things. So, but then I found structure between 10, if not 20 minutes there, right? So I found this entry here, which I didn't enter on. I didn't care. And even if I wanted, yeah, I couldn't. I was on the chart that time. So we had this entry here and it dropped, right? And I had still my cells here and my other cells there, up there, up there, up there. And still holding either ways. So that means the bias still continues to be what? To be bearish, right? So what are we going to be doing? We're going to be checking for sales. Never minding that I'm marking breaks on A's. I'm just verifying my V's in this case so I can see which V are we working with. So in this case, I know I'm dealing with this V. So I can mark a break below that V and below the other V supporting that V. So it makes two V's, right? So which is these two V's in this case, right? So I'm getting two V's being broken. Then I check this V is getting broken by that structure. So this was a preparation setup going to the downside. So it connects with the other setup. I was gonna mark this one here, but then this one I see, right? So where the sell starts. So this is a much more complicated setup. So it starts here before breaking, right? Before breaking, then continue breaking. When it goes back here, fills that fair value gap, then continues breaking, right? So since it filled that fair value gap, now the aim is what? Is an order block. So now they are retesting a what when they come back, the order block, because now there's no fair value gap, that small fair value gap. Right, then obviously stop loss above here, right? In case if you're wondering. Then obviously gonna factor in your spread there. Then obviously it's going down. It's going down. All right, based on those breaks, it's going down, which is what we want. And in case you are wondering why I'm looking at this area here, let me put back that break there. So that means given that if somebody was lost, somebody was going to look for a buy here and that buy will fail. Remember, given that that buy is a pullback, stop loss would go here, right? So making this area here the main sell area, right? Given that it broke what other people think is a buy area there, right? Given that they don't know the direction, which obviously the stop loss goes below that wick there. So let me zoom in. Right, given if they don't understand their bias, where the market is going, they're gonna think the market is gonna buy, and say it's not gonna buy. All right, KG knows this very well, and stuff. He knows this. So, all right. So this buy was like to get people on the wrong side, so they chow them, right, and they chow them as you can see, chow them with this. All right. For those who are trading kind of closures, they chow them again. They chow them again if they're trading things they don't understand. Right, so that's why I'm picking that area there as the main zone, given that this was what people thinking were thinking is a buy zone, right? It's actually a buy zone when the market is going on an uptrend, but then now it's not going on an uptrend. Now it's actually dropping. So why are you looking for buys when the market is selling? Either ways. So let's continue doing the most. So here we had okay, current break is going to be this one. So the market is going here. So this is going to be the current break. And they're going to give us a small entry here and continue dropping. And how do we verify that? So we had one, two here, one, two, this. So we had this V here. So let me look. Which time frame was this happening on? Was it 3 minutes? Because I know they're playing on small time frames. So they had this as a re-enter for the sale. So that means this is on 4 minutes. Then stuff. So then here, this is the preparation. Sell. If you look up, we won't understand this. I'm just doing it for fun now, given that I know they're trying to break away, right? This is for people who graduated and stuff in technical analysis. So from here, they are dropping, right? From this era here, they are dropping, given that they want to break this. And we know the direction. So you can take that candle, then wait for that entry there, then and stuff if you want to do a break of structure. In case you're wondering how do they break structure, this is how they do it, but then it comes with experience. And then we wait, given that we already know the direction, then we wait. Then we wait for it to play out and stuff. So as you can see, I'm biased on the pairs that I trade. I'll tell you things you don't see. So very biased. Since I was like, pick any pair. So this one very biased because I already know what's happening there. So I don't need to search for anything. Very biased. Is there anything here you don't understand? Like when you're looking at it, you're like, hey, me, I'm not seeing what this guy is seeing there. Let me fix that analysis at the top. Hey, chance. Is there anything that you are seeing and you're not understanding here? Hey, chance.
Uh,
Is there any?
yeah, I understand.
I can hear you, bro.
Mm, okay. I was saying I understand. Me on my side, I get it.
Ah, that's a given, bro. That's a given. I'm asking the other chance there. I think that I'm repeating the same things, chance. I'm always looking for the very same thing. If the market is dropping, I'm looking for W's. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking for W's that are getting broken. It's that simple. W's get broken, I get my sell entry there and sell. W's get broken, I get sell entries. The market is going down, I'm doing the very same thing. You won't find me looking for a buy. And that's why you didn't see me getting on this buy here or whichever buy, even this buy. That's why you won't see me maybe in this buy or even wherever. Me, I'm looking for sales. I know my direction. I'm not looking for a thing that's gonna give me stop loss hits. I'm looking for like accuracy. So for accuracy, I follow the direction. I'm not Jeff Bezos to control the market or Donald Trump. I follow where the market is going because I know my 0.05 or 0.010 won't make the market change direction. So I follow where the market is going. So it's that simple for me to follow where the market is going. So yeah, that's what I do personally. And obviously the market is a bit slow given that it's at night. So yeah, this is what I do. If the market is going down, I'm going down with it. If it's going up, you're gonna see me buying if it's going up. If it's going down, you're gonna see me selling. You won't see me doing funny things. unless if I'm playing around, but then that's for another reason. But then if I'm serious and I'm saying, okay, actually I want to take advantage of this movement, you're gonna see me following the direction of the market, as you can see, right? You're gonna see me following the direction of the market, and that's how it breaks structure, by the way, right? So it's easy to know these things when you're following that direction because you can actually tell where it is going, what is actually happening there, right? So yeah, rather than
Mm-hmm.
guessing. So we are
Yeah.
running away from guessing, eh? Yeah, Hasla, what do you want to say, bro?
I don't know if I'll I'll make sense, innit?
Yeah.
So if like gold has been buying, I guess. So how did you notice that it is selling? Like, did you see maybe on on daily time frame, maybe the market broke a V, or how did you see that gold is selling right now?
Okay, fine. It's gonna sound complicated, but then I'll try and make it simple. So,
Sure.
on it wasn't happening on daily, that thing, right? It wasn't happening on daily specifically. It was happening on a lower time frame. So the lower time frame was printing cells, like a lot of cells, right? And I actually caught on late. I was supposed to get like an int way earlier then, but then I actually saw it late because I saw that it was printing cell structures there. Let me go there. Let's forget about this thing. I was just showing how you break structure this thing. Let's forget about it. So I had to show you the let's go to daily
So
first.
it won't sell for a long time, eh? Because of it's not happening on daily or week.
It's very difficult to explain, eh? Because this thing needs experience. So
Sure.
I can't explain what I see the way you'd expect it because here's what I'm saying, it's gonna sound complicated. But then okay, I
Sure.
want you to imagine this. All right, every structure is created on 1 minute, regardless of how big the structure is gonna be. But then it starts off at 1 minute, right? So that's experience, right? Before they print a 5 minute candle, they print 5 1 minute candles, right? And before they print a 15 minute candles, they print how many candles? 15 1 minute candles, right?
Yeah,
Or
15.
five or 3 5 minute
Three
candles,
in
right?
5 minutes. Oh,
Right? That's how the market goes, right? In order to create the next candle on the other time frame. And for it to create a 30-minute candle, it needs how many candles? Two 15-minute
31 minutes.
candles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for it to create
Sure.
one hour candle, it needs how many candles on M30? It needs two.
Two.
On
Mm.
M15, it needs four. On M5, it needs how many? It needs eight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you see the cycle there, right? So that's how the
Mm.
market
Mm.
creates structure, right? It starts off
Sure.
from 1 minute. Before you even see a huge candle on tail, starts off at 1 minute. So from this high of this candle, given that it's already printed, right? Anyways, right? This high here, let me zoom in. This high here, right?
Sure. Sure. Sure.
Which is 3.5K, right? On gold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're gonna look at the lower time frame, look at what is happening there, right? So I can actually give you
Mm.
like an interesting take rather than me explaining it in words. So here we are. Here's that 3.5K, right? I
Sure.
want you to tell me, what are you seeing here? Me, I'm seeing a V getting broken here, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You see that?
Mm. And
And there's another V there getting broken in
yeah,
case you're
on
not
top.
seeing it, right? That small
Yeah.
one, which is, I think, seen better on 1 minute. Let's just go straight to 1 minute so you can see it.
So you don't have to think twice, innit? Once you see a V being broken, you are certain that it's going down or
Hence why I was like, you can't teach experience. I can't teach you these things. I'm just showing you what
yeah,
was my thought process. So I can't teach you experience. There's things you have to experience for yourself. Hence why I'm always like
sure,
saying practice more, because hey, there's other things I can't give you. Yeah? Me, I give you a
sure.
strategy. There are other things are there for you to discover for yourself. Hence why I've like, if you don't analyze every day, you have a problem in your hands. All right.
Mm, sure.
So check this. So me, I'm gonna give you my thoughts. So there's this V here getting broken, right? Obviously, there's other V's. Let's cover these ones that we just threw, right?
Mm,
If you can check what we have here, we had an order block. So this was an order block set up here. So,
sure,
right, we had this order
sure.
block here, although it's not as clear. Said you can access 2 minutes. 2 minutes shows bad. We had this V giving us that order block. Obviously, two V's getting broken. Then this was the market showing us that it wants to go down. So me, I always follow a sequence of three. If it shows me three times that thing that it wants to go down, then I know very well what I'm looking for. So let's look at this A here. I want to verify my V's there, right? As you can see, the V's obviously are not on this time frame, but then we have like multiple V's, so represented by these wicks
Sure,
here. So hence I was like, obviously I could have taken this if I knew what was happening, but then at that time I didn't know. Right? So
sure,
this was the first entry. So hence I was like, this is how they break structure. If you remember that example I just showed you. Right? So this is
sure,
how
sure,
they break
sure.
structure. So if I saw this happening, I was gonna know, though they are breaking structure now to the downside, and I would have waited for what? Them to break structure. Breaking structure how? Breaking these two V's here. Right? Which would
Yeah,
have made me
yeah,
get this entry here. Right? And it continues doing the very same thing. Right? So the
sure,
third time it
sure.
breaks this V, and it breaks another V in case you don't see it, this other V here, right? So
Yeah,
sadly, this
yeah,
is not
yeah, yeah.
happening on this time frame. So I'm just gonna rub it for you. It's not happening on that time frame, so it's not on that time frame specifically. But then they gave this cell here, right? I'm not sure which
Mm.
time frame it was this, right? So
Mm,
they are
mm,
breaking
mm, mm.
V's. They continue breaking
Sure.
V's. They continue breaking V's. Two V's, always two V's, two V's, two V's, two V's. Even you can check two V's, two V's, two V's. They are showing us like now we are changing direction, right? As you can see, this was not even happening on that time frame. This was on another time frame as
Yeah.
well.
And
Then
it's respecting setup, yeah?
so they were breaking two V's, two V's, two V's, even here, two V's. Here's another V there. All right. So this one was on 1 minute. So okay. All right. So me and Kichi were doing this on the group. We caught on, eh? We caught on ill, if you remember, KG. If you remember, we're doing this, giving out sales like nobody's business. If you
Ah, I
remember,
remember.
yeah, people were shocked. Why are we selling? We're busy giving out. These guys are crazy. They're sending sales setups wire now. What's going on? Because it was committing to that direction. As you can see, it was respecting the two V's being broken and giving us sales. So the time that they gave the final sale, I don't remember which one. But then I remember that I had a sale on 1 minute, which I took a late entry on, I remember. So they were breaking two V's. Two V's, they were doing the very same thing over and over again, as you can see. Right order block. So they were doing the very same thing. Two V's, they were respecting structure basically. And oh, I think, was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. Now I remember. Uh, It was this cell here. So there was two V's, this V, and that other V. So that other V, then they gave us this cell here. Took it the first time. I went out on this cell. I got here. I bought here. I remember I bought here. And the time I wanted to enter here, I was switching accounts by that time because I just closed this buy here. I was switching apps even in that case, going from MT5 to MT4. As you can see, this movement was fast. So I think I entered somewhere here. Yeah, it was somewhere here because the market was too fast. I wanted to enter. I know MT4. MT4 loads. Hey, it loads that thing. It loads slow. It loaded slow. When I wanted to go back to MT5 and enter, I saw it left. I thought I was gonna get a re-enter or something, but then we didn't get that, right? So it left and I had that one intro on MT4, which was somewhere here when it was doing that spike. And I think KG caught it as well, this one, but then he went out ill. For what reason? I don't know. Right? So this was that sell. Continued, came back here. Yeah, he sent this one, I remember. Me, I didn't send anything afterwards. He sent this one. I remember this one. Right, with the other V's there on the other side there. In case you're wondering why the other V's. Yeah, the other V's, they're getting broken. Right? So it was continuing breaking V's and stuff. Then obviously this was market close when on Tuesday. Then it kept down. This was the 1 hour structure. KG wanted to buy from and use for a pullback. Either way, then it continued dropping. So it was committing to the sales, as you can see. And so I was like, you can't teach experience because you just have to see it to know. See it like many times to actually know what was happening there. So me, by that time, I recognized it was very, very late. I think yeah, the intro was somewhere here. It was very, very late by that time. I recognized that, if I was there and checking out what was actually happening because I was trading sales and exiting quick. So I would have known to hold much early, but then I decided to hold here. Right. So for you in this case, you'd wait for if you're into that, but then it needs mastery, this thing. You're gonna see this structure, obviously two V's getting broken a lot on 1 minute. That's how you know that now they're changing direction, right? They're giving you like a pullback of sorts, right? That's how you know. But then experience, right? It's all experience. Now, as you can see, here's our setup playing out. Oh, it was on 3 minutes. It wasn't on this time frame. It was on 3 minutes, I remember. All right. So this is how you do things. It's all experience. Hence, I was like, if you practice enough, you can actually see these things. Even me, I didn't know what I'm actually teaching you now up until I actually like experienced it and saw it countless times. Countless times. A lot of times. I don't know how many times. I can even say maybe even over 100 times seeing the very same thing happening. So your mind learns. That's how the mind learns. But okay, fine, this is what is happening on the market. So for it to sell, it does this. For it to buy, it does this. For it to do a swing sell, it does this. For it to break structure, it does this. Like, and so I'm like, I give you a framework, then obviously work on it, then you get to see other things there on the chart for yourself. So these are the discoveries you're gonna find. There's a lot of discoveries, obviously, but then this is one of them that you're gonna find meanwhile practicing, because you're gonna see it happening time and time again, time and time again, time and time again. Saying, most this thing is doing the very same thing. This is not the first time it does it. I've seen this I'd say even over 100 times how it breaks structure. I know already, which is something I was showing you on that high there, on that 350 high on daily, right? That 3.5, this high here, right? This is what I was showing you there. But then now it's happening again here. So these things repeat, all right? They repeat. So as much as you know and you get to see them, then you know very well what is actually happening on the chart and what each structure means, right? For that direction. So you don't get lost. So other people get lost when they see such. They don't know what to expect. So let me show you other discoveries, right? Given that, okay, it's here and it's actually going below this structure here, immediately after it goes below this structure, it's gonna do a bit of a buy. Then that's experience. That's why you can't like teach experience, right? Immediately after it goes below that structure, it does a bit of a buy, a bit of a pullback, right? So that's experience. You can't teach experience. So those are the things you discover for yourself. After seeing them countless times, then you know very well what's happening, rather than you always consulting. Why is this